Well, hello?
Yeah.
Okay, if we want to talk about the poverty in Africa, first of all, we have to think about the history. And this is the same in like the same situation like a different like places in the world. But in the case of Africa, if we look over the history in the last 300 years, we could understand what's happening right now in Africa, why that's in Africa. Number one, in the like since the 14, 15, no 14, 14, 15, 16th century, Africa was the place to slaveries. And we understood more than 15 million people, they moved from Africa to the new land, which means in America. It's number one. Number two, and during the beginning of the 19th century, many country or many like European powers, they decided, okay, right now we don't need slaves, but we need something from Africa. We need something like a raw materials. Well, this is there is our vital interest, which means like raw materials for all of like imperialism, like European country during the 19th century. And let's go like later in the 20th century and the beginning of the 20th century, Africa was the place of the struggle between, well, during the Cold War between Europe, between Soviet Union and Europe and US, and both they didn't think about the development in Africa. They just saw Africa a place of struggle. It's not a place to improve the development. And in the last like almost 40 years, Africa was the best place for dictatorship. This is another problem. So no more Soviet Union, no more like influence of Soviet Union, no more like this is like a struggle or strong influence of US in Africa, but they left Africa and at the same time they built like a dictatorship. And right now, in the last like 20 years, sometimes Africa had more than like 15 dictatorship in many places in Africa, and we understood those dictatorship they didn't bring like a prosperity, or they didn't bring any like a real project for their people. So just only the only goal for them is about their wealth and their interests.
Okay.